Welcome to the story of Adam and Eve, the fall from paradise, temptation, sin, and redemption. In the beginning, there was a garden called Eden. It was a place of peace, beauty, and abundance. At the heart of this paradise were two beings, Adam and Eve. They were the first humans, created by God. Their story is one of love, innocence, and ultimately, temptation. The tale of Adam and Eve is ancient, from Genesis 3. It speaks to our deepest fears and desires. It tells us about choices and their consequences. Why does this story matter? Because it mirrors our own lives. We all face temptations and live with the results of our choices. The Garden of Eden was a masterpiece. Trees of every kind grew there, with fruits hanging heavy from their branches. Rivers flowed gently, nourishing the land. At the center were Adam and Eve, the first man and woman. Adam was created from the dust, and God breathed life into him. Eve was made from Adam's rib, a part of him, yet distinct. They were the caretakers of Eden, living in harmony with nature and each other. In the garden, there were two special trees, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God gave them a simple command: eat from any tree, except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. One day, Eve found herself near the forbidden tree. The serpent approached her, questioning God's command. "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" it asked. Eve replied, "We may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God said, 'You must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die.'" The serpent said, "You will not certainly die, for God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." The words stirred curiosity and desire within Eve. She took the fruit and ate it. She also gave some to Adam, who was with her, and he ate it too. In that moment, their eyes were opened. They realized they were naked and sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. Later, they heard God walking in the garden. They hid among the trees. God called out, "Where are you?" Adam replied, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." Adam blamed Eve. Eve blamed the serpent, but the damage was done. God pronounced judgment on all three. To the serpent he said, "Cursed are you above all livestock and all wild animals. You will crawl on your belly and eat dust all the days of your life." To Eve he said, "I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you." To Adam he said, "Because you listened to your wife and ate fruit from the tree about which I commanded you, you must not eat from it. Cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil you will eat food from it all the days of your life." The paradise they once knew was lost. They were banished from the Garden of Eden. An angel with a flaming sword was placed to guard the way to the tree of life. They now had to live in a world of hardship and struggle. Yet, God did not abandon them. He clothed them with garments of skin and watched over them. The story of Adam and Eve holds many lessons. First, it teaches us about the nature of temptation. The serpent's words were enticing, appealing to Eve's curiosity and desire. This shows us how temptation often works, presenting itself as something good, even when it leads to harm. Second, the story teaches us about responsibility. Adam and Eve had a choice. They chose to disobey, and they faced the consequences. This reminds us that our actions have repercussions. We must take responsibility for our choices. Third, the story highlights the importance of obedience to God. God's command was clear, yet Adam and Eve chose to go their own way, leading to their downfall. Lastly, the story shows us God's mercy. Despite their disobedience, God did not abandon Adam and Eve. He provided for them and watched over them. This reminds us of God's love and forgiveness. No matter how far we fall, God's grace is always available to us. It is a tale of loss, but also of hope. It invites us to seek wisdom and live in harmony with God's will. The story of Adam and Eve is not just an ancient tale. It is a story that speaks to us today. It invites us to reflect on our own lives and choices. Are we like Adam and Eve, tempted by what we should avoid? Do we take responsibility for our actions? Do we seek to obey God's commands? As we ponder these questions, let us also share this story with others. Discuss its lessons and insights. Reflect on its relevance in our modern world. Engage with its themes in your own life. I invite you to read Genesis 3 for yourself, reflect on its messages, share your thoughts with friends and family. Let this ancient story inspire you to live wisely and seek God's guidance in all you do. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Genesis 3. May it enrich your understanding and inspire your life. Thank you for watching this captivating rendition of Adam and Eve Genesis 3. If you found this video inspiring, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your friends, family, and communities who would appreciate experiencing the wonders of God's creation. By sharing this video, you're not only spreading the message of faith and spirituality, but also inviting others to embark on their own journey through the rich narratives of the Bible. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel for more immersive Bible stories like this one. By subscribing, you'll stay updated on our latest releases and join a community passionate about exploring the depths of biblical wisdom and teaching. So, hit that share button, spread the word, and click subscribe to join us on this enriching journey through the pages of the Holy Scriptures. Thank you for your support, and may God's blessings be with you always.